I'm back. Back here. Mr. X. Mr. XPoseU, a.k.a. That's right. Lucky, get rid of my music. Well, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. How's everybody doing? You know, we had to try out this Streamyard link. I know there's not going to be a ton of people here, but maybe some people will watch this in the aggregate. And at very, very least, you know, we get to see if the YouTube hookup to Streamyard is working, and it appears that it is. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. Some programming updates for tonight. Crab Legs Friday, number 105 is tonight. Check that out. Crab Legs Friday. I'm sorry, 106. We're at 106. There it is. 106 is tonight. That's going to be on JTTV. You guys know where to get it. It's a public show, so it's free. You could check it out. Crab Legs Friday. It is at 11 p.m. Eastern. So what's going to happen is, of course, Johnny and PZ are hopefully going to go out on patrol and in a separate area, except for Long Beach, outside of Long Beach. So that's coming up tonight. There might be a Crab Legs Friday 106.5 or 107 on Friday. Actually, on Friday. I know today's Thursday, but there might be another one on Friday. And, of course, XNN is slated for 10 p.m. There it is. There's that athlete right there at Vasquez Rocks. I can't believe people are climbing up to the top of it. But that will be scheduled for 10 p.m. Eastern Friday night. Might change. That might flex depending on if there is a second Crab Legs Friday. But hello to some people. A brand new channel. Nobody's ever been here before. Adele, Little Willow, Barbara Buffalo's a moderator. I tried to put in Texas Granny, and I put in, it's like Texas Granny 2, but then it gave me Barbara Buffalo. It was very weird. I don't know. But then I put in Texas Granny, the original Texas Granny, and it did not work. I don't know if it worked. But people are with their family. I'm not expecting a whole lot. Just wanted to try it out. I'm here. I'm here with you guys. Hey, what's up, Adele, up in Canada? I don't think that they have... They don't have Thanksgiving in Canada. I think they have something called Boxing Day. But I wanted to go ahead and just make a couple quick announcements that I think is worth bearing the news here. And of course, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here, and then maybe we'll discuss some of this other stuff tonight on Crab Legs Friday. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Announcement number 1. Let's see if I can get this. Why is this not working? Oh, it's because I have too many things listed here already. So announcement number 1. I've heard that some haters out there, like Confluence and all that kind of stuff, said something's coming for Mr. X in December. I've heard this, and I've heard this before, and I've heard this in the past. I bet you nothing happens. I'm not even going to be in LA most of December, so I don't even know how that's going to work. But good luck to you. But I will make you a promise. I'm going to make a promise here. This is going to be revealed here. It's going to be talked about for the next 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. Regardless if the 60 days is up or not, I will release the surprise to Leanne. The surprise will be announced in December. Regardless if everything is completed or not, I will announce the surprise in December. There's a surprise that is coming for Leanne. Leanne, the surprise will be announced in December. I guarantee it. It will be announced. And when I guarantee something, you know it's coming. The surprise for Leanne, let's just say, will be announced before the holidays get here. And we'll see. Confluence, you say you have something. I say I have a surprise, and I can already prove it. It's already done. It's already been done for a few weeks. And regardless if I get the go-ahead or not, let's see if your surprise, Confluence, comes forward. And what I'm going to do is I guarantee my surprise will be announced. And see, here's the difference, Confluence, between you and I. You and this Candace Howard woman are running around saying different things to people about this and about that, and this person's going to get in trouble and all this and that. I don't know how that's possible. But the surprise for Leanne will be announced in December. I guarantee it. And it's already set. The number, the this, the that, it's already there. It's already listed. It's already up. If you know what I'm talking about, you know where to go look. It's already there. In fact, it's been there, I think since like the 10th. They just don't know what it is yet. The surprise will be announced for Leanne in December. There you go. So that's number one. And Leanne, it's nothing physical. It's nothing bad. It has to do with you being bad. And let's just say justice being served. Justice being served. Let's not forget about Jim Terry TV. We've talked about it. He's going to have something regarding this Chevy G20 coming up. What does that mean? I don't 100% know. I know a little bit. But that will be discussed tonight on Crab Legs Friday 106. There you go. And don't forget, like I said, in December, the surprise is coming. It's coming right across that bridge and right into Cincinnati. Not me, not a human being. Something is coming there. Nothing that's violent, nothing that's dangerous. A surprise that will change everything in YouTube and streaming when it comes to these haters going forward. So that's number one. Number two, I hear about this stuff with Watcher Crazy. I wasn't on Angel Gotti's. I wasn't on these shows. I don't really plan on going. I could bring up my own channel now. I mean, there's already 30-something people here, and this is a brand new channel with like 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes. And there'll be more, and I'm sure, like I said, there'll be people in the aggregate that'll watch this. But, I see Watcher Crazy has been served papers. She has hidden from the Mr. X when I showed up in Las Vegas, gave her time, date, place, location, airline, all that kind of stuff. You're hiding and this and that. Nobody respects this woman, including her own family members. So she keeps talking about something with Eric Foss, and I addressed that on Johnny Yarborough's show the other night. Somebody contact Watcher Crazy, because I know she doesn't have any family, and I know that she isn't spending Thanksgiving anywhere with anybody. She got no family members. She got nobody who cares about her. So she's probably watching, or somebody will tell her about this. Watcher Crazy, I'm going to do this. You're trying to plan some kind of athletic event, a boxing athletic event between myself and Eric Foss. But the funny thing is, I have been on 2 shows with Eric Foss, Angel Gotti's show and one of the Jim Terry TVs. So one of the shows, I interviewed him, by the way, for like 10 or 15 minutes. The second show, Jim spoke to him, but he knew that I was on the show. Eric Foss never mentioned anything about this boxing match. And I went on Johnny's not too long ago, and I said, well, I don't really have a problem with him and this and that, but I guess you keep going on shows, this is what I'm hearing, and saying that I'm backing down now, and this and that and all that. Okay. But I haven't heard it from Eric Foss. I've never heard Eric Foss, because I don't watch his show and this and that. Eric Foss, call me. I'm live right now. I don't know what your number is, but you know what mine is. It's right in the middle, 310-741-0845. And let's see, I would like to hear this from Eric Foss, because here's what I think happens with somebody like Watcher Crazy. I'm not stupid about this. She tries to get into fights or arguments for other people. Like I said, I've never had Eric Foss tell me this directly. Like, I'll take you up on this. Now, let's not forget, people like Tommy Real Deal have threatened to fight me. I accepted. I guess it was some kind of a boxing match. Let's not say fight. Let's say a boxing match. Watcher Crazy has violently threatened me. I accepted. Let's say, let's do it. None of them showed up. Fumble Nuts. I accepted it. They didn't do it. Now Watcher Crazy is by proxy speaking for Eric Foss. Eric, my phone line is open right now. 310-741-0845. 310-741. Somebody contact Watcher Crazy and tell her, let's have Eric Foss contact me right now, and let's discuss this boxing match that she's by proxy saying for him. I've never heard Eric Foss discuss this. Again, I don't watch his show. Hey, what's up, Bob? What's up, Barry? What's up, Barbara Buffalo? Hey, what's up, Cheryl? How you guys doing? Cheryl, I hope you're doing well. By the way, I want to say thank you to Chris Capella, who came in the other night, $20 on one of the shows that I wasn't on. So thank you for that. Mean Green, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, Bob's here too. So I don't have my phone ringing. Let me just do this real quick. Maybe I can get a hold of Jim, because I don't have Eric Foss's number. I know I've spoke to him on the phone before, but I don't know what his number is. Maybe I can call Jim, and Jim could call Eric Foss, and we can kind of figure this out. Because maybe this is just Watcher Crazy speaking out of her ass, and she doesn't Eric doesn't necessarily want anything, and they're waiting for me to say something horrible about him to try to. But I have some ideas actually about this. I got a couple ideas if Eric is interested. If Watcher Crazy's interested in wanting to be a proxy for him, let's call up Jim and let's see if I can get a hold of him real quick. Yes. Jim, we're live right now on Mr. XPoseU on YouTube. I'm talking. Happy Thanksgiving, Susie and Me Green and a bunch of people who are in here. Jim, so Johnny Yarborough's here too. Just real quick, do you have Eric Foss's phone number? Because I guess he's threatening through. I've never heard him say it, but Watcher Crazy keeps saying about some kind of boxing match, and I'm like,
so about a week and a half ago, I got a text message. And I didn't even realize it was there. And then I did. So he sent me a couple of text messages where he was talking about some promoter, but it has to be a $20,000 bet. I didn't understand what it was. And now I found all of them. So let me read it to you. Let me see if I still have it here.
Well, let's back up real quick, because let's not forget, when this was going down between Fumblenuts and myself, what I said was there would be not a $20,000 bet. It's not a gamble. They said I didn't have any money. So what I said was, okay, let's put $20,000 in escrow. Let's do a sporting event in Texas, which is a mutual combat state. And what we could do is the $20,000 is not a purse or not a winning, but I call it the Watcher Crazy no-show. So if somebody doesn't show up in 6 months, the other person gets the money. Now, whatever happens in the boxing and the sporting event is whatever happens. There's no really winners or losers. We just see what happens after 3 rounds. So with that being said, that was not a...
So here's what I got. On Saturday, November 22nd, which I'm sure I was watching college football, just hey, I got the money if you guys want to bet on a fight. You guys could stream it. I don't care, but it has to be a bet. And then I texted, I says, I'm lost. I didn't even understand what it meant. I didn't understand. I don't have Foss saved in my phone, but now I realize.
Yeah, and I've never heard about these texts till now, so I don't even know anything about this. But go ahead.
So touchdown, Cowboys. So it says, Mr. X says he's looking to do a boxing match, but 20,000 escrow or some shit like that. I can get the 20,000, no problem, but we have to put it as a bet. And I says, was he talking about Fumblenuts? And I still didn't exactly understand who was saying this to me. I didn't know if it was Barbara Buffalo, whatever these area codes all kind of look the same.
Blackwater Bell, what's up? Barbara Buffalo's here.
Yeah, I think so, but we can make some money. I'm going to win the fight, but you guys could get all the streaming shit. My friend is good friends with Dave Portnoy. Maybe we can get him to do it, but I'm being serious. I want a nice bet. It doesn't have to be 20 grand. You can make a light on yourself, but I'm down with that. And then he sent me some link, which I don't click links. So that was it. Yeah, I never really mentioned it to you. And then they started talking about it. And I'm like, oh shit, with all the other shit we got going on, Mr. X probably doesn't even know this is happening.
No, I don't know what's happening. So here's my idea, Jim. I got an idea.
My focus is on Fumblenuts and Leanne. We'll get to Watcher Crazy. Watcher Crazy has a shelf life.
Right.
Even if she doesn't believe it, let me tell everybody something. As soon as this court case with her son and her shooting somebody is over.
Just be careful because we're on YouTube here.
Yeah, as soon as that is over, that thing with her son, which was pushed off, it should have been over in November. That's the only thing keeping her around.
Right.
Once that's over, we will release all the interviews and all the tapes, and they're way worse than what we have on Sashio. And these will be sent to everybody. And I will make sure everybody has exact proof as to what this woman is, what she has done, her history. And it's not me telling you. It will be people and friends and family around her son. And and she made a comment, I guess a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to bring this up, about Angel Gotti's son's or nephew's friend dying or something.
Okay.
She needs to look into her son's friend that he played high school football with. That kid died more violently than anybody that the Gottis know. So there's a lot to this, but my focus right now is on Fumblenuts. I know you've got this thing with Leanne. We're going to knock them out first.
Jim, and I have made an announcement. I'm not sure if you heard it. The Leanne surprise, because, Confluence and some of these haters are saying something's going to happen to me in December, just like a year ago. What's his name? Dickhead up there in Northern California. Sancho said he'd see me soon. I guarantee you nothing happens. And my guarantee is I will release what the surprise is to Leanne before the holidays are over. I will announce what the surprise is, regardless if the surprise is even ready or not, before the holidays. It will happen in December. I guarantee it. And this isn't like I'm hoping some governmental agency like IC3.gov responds to me. It's already done. It's been done since November 10th. It's already set.
Here's the thing. I mean, for $20,000, I'll fight Foss, and we'll go MMA.
This leads to my point. By the way, my phone hasn't rang yet. Watch Your Crazy is acting.
Oh, I tried to post all over his YouTube channel about this show, and I'm probably blocked.
But so here's what's up, Noodle Salads here. By the way, a show that has never existed, has never been online, ever been. We already got almost 60 people watching live. That's double which watches Fumble Nuts, and he's been around 2 years. This is announced within 9 minutes of me going on live.
Right.
Never ever. Shelly from North Carolina, Mean Green, a lot of really nice people. So here's my offer, because I the 20 grand and this and that. I estimate that if I train for, I want to say 6 months. I'd like to put it 6 months, just like I've said before. It's going to cost me a minimum of $1,000 a month to train. Let's say 6 months. And, I mean, there could be, let's say he screws up my teeth or something like that. There could be, let's just say that's worth anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. I know he doesn't have.
First of all, what state would this take place in? I mean,
it's going
to. He's out on parole. He's in Florida living with his mom.
They're making
out of Maryland.
So here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. Okay, look, I already got this figured out. They're making the challenge. I make the rules. So it would happen in California. It would happen 6 months from now. And Eric, I'm not to get me into a ring. I'm not putting down any kind of prize money for you. But you have to get something for me, because I don't think that you're asking for this. I think Watch Your Crazy's asking for this. And this is what, so you get the opportunity. And I'll tell you what, if you do show up, I'll cover your airfare. I'll cover your airfare if you show up. But here's what I want. And I would have an attorney do this. And this, because Watch Your Crazy is running around saying this and that. And it's not a prize. It's an appearance fee for Mr. X. And let's just say it's a prize. All I have to do, we'll do 3 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves. I make it out of 1 2-minute round with Eric Foss, and I get the pink slip to Watch Your Crazy's truck. Watch Your Crazy needs to be, the truck's only worth $7 or $8 grand anyways. It's going to cost me that much just in money to train. No, don't forget about my time. Watch Your Crazy says this. If Eric Foss can't show up, I get her truck. If he's in jail, I get her truck. If he shows up and I last more than a round, I get her truck. And what we will do is we'll sign a legal document. This isn't about Eric Foss. That way we could put Eric Foss off to the side, because I haven't spoke to the man. I will. So I don't really need a truck that bad, but I'd be happy to take her truck. Her one, and we've seen the car.
She bragged that she owned it outright.
If she bragged she owned it outright, we've seen the Carfax reports on it before. It's not worth that much. So Watch Your Crazy. How about this? Listen to Mr. X. I accept your by proxy sporting event with Eric Foss, but you got to do something, and we got to have it in legal writing, because your word ain't worth shit. You got to put up that shitty truck of yours. And what's going to happen is, after I not only, by the way, if I beat Eric Foss in the first round, I get the truck. If I last 1 round, 2 minutes, I get the truck. Your word is worth nothing. Look at your family, Watch Your Crazy. Look at your family's running away from you. When you walk in a room, Watch Your Crazy, and I know you're saying this about me, your family leaves. You do not command respect. So let's see what happens. I'm not worried about streaming it or anything. What I would like to do, the only thing I would like to stream, is having a tow truck guy show up to Watch Your Crazy's mom's house.
Since this has been talked about, we have a guy and a uniformed officer that would be on standby during the fight at Watch Your Crazy's domicile, just like the process server, that would be ready to tow the truck away. She can keep the keys as a memento. And we know she's not going to do this. If she wants to put in a sweetener, I'll bet her fucking
I agree, Bob.
lawnmower.
Bob, her truck is
Mr. X, I got to run here. I got a call coming in.
Bob, I agree. Her truck is a piece of shit. It's got 150,000 miles on it. I want her to go carless. So let's see what it is. What's up, Tingle Booze? What's up with to a bunch of other people? Let's see what it is. Watch Her Crazy. Will you put up your truck? Will you put up? I've already said that I'll cover Eric Foss's flight to Los Angeles. Hell, I'll even cover his hotel. No problem. 6 months. And my problem isn't necessarily with Eric Foss. But if you're going to have me train and take the time and energy and money, and Eric Foss can't show up, the only camera that's going to be out there is there's going to be a tow truck guy standing right in front of your property line. And the moment that I pass Eric Foss, and we can make it public, we could do that. You better hope Eric Foss doesn't just not try and hope that you lose a truck or doesn't show up. But let's see you put your money where your mouth is. Are you willing to do that? So Eric Foss gets the opportunity to get Mr. X without a mask on. You get the opportunity to get what you want. But let's see you put up something. Because see, Watch Her Crazy, what happened was when I made the surprise for Leanne, I had to put something up. We had to put up our reputation. That was put up. Money was put up. Not by other people, by us. Let's see if you're willing to put up that truck. Now, we know that truck's a piece of shit. We know that it's not worth anything. My phone's on. Here we go. We're getting a call right now from Florida. And I'm going to tell you that we're live. So here we go. Here we go. Good. You're live. I'm just letting you know, even though you're in Florida.
Okay, I'm live. This is Sailor.
Okay, what's up?
Well, first off, happy Thanksgiving to you and Jim and everyone in the chat.
Hey, Stone Sailor, what's up?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, number one, you're talking about having a fight with Eric. Now,
well, I'm talking about a boxing match, not a fight.
A boxing match.
Yeah.
I got you. Marcus the Queensberry rules. Okay,
yeah.
So you're talking about that. You better have that fight before February 11th, because after February 11th, Eric's not going to be around to have a fight.
Well, I mean, I tell you this.
Jail.
I mean, yeah, I understand that. Well, Watch Her Crazy keeps saying this over and over and over again. She's picking fights and picking, getting into, or, I've also, we could do it pro wrestling style, Stone Sailor. Like, how about this? I know this is going to sound silly. You ever seen?
I love pro wrestling.
You ever seen where the, if you, if you beat the bad guy wrestler, you get a minute with the manager?
Yeah.
Okay, and just in joking around, how about this? If I last 3 rounds or beat Eric Foss, as a joke, we're just joking around here, I get a minute with Watch Her Crazy in the ring.
Oh, boy.
I mean, well, we're just joking around here, right? We're just joking around.
Is there going to be Jello involved? You want her in Jello?
She's already got a lot of Jello. It's on her body.
No, we'll give her sugar-free, fat-free Jello. That way it ain't gonna...
So, but that's part of my point is, I don't think Eric Foss would be able. Well, Jim's not on the phone. Stone Sailor. I don't think he'd be able to show up. And I don't think that Watch Her Crazy. See, last time Watch Her Crazy said time, date, and place, she no-showed and made an excuse for it. Now, here we are again. She's saying I'm a coward. I've accepted the challenge. Now, I'm willing to listen to offers like, hey, here's my counter offer, but I want that truck of hers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that truck out to the desert and I'm going to destroy it in my next film. It ain't worth anything.
That would be great content, bro.
Yeah.
And now, but let me ask you this. So you're saying he wants you to put up $20,000 in escrow, and then if he wins, he takes the whole thing. And if you win, what?
So here was okay. Let's back up. So the original thing was with Fumble Nuts, and Fumble Nuts said that I didn't have any money. He claimed I didn't have any money. So as a joke, I bring up $20,000 in cash. I show it on air and I say, here's how we'll do it. Mutual combat's legal in Texas. Let's do a boxing match. Like you said, Marcus of Queensberry rules. And no prize money. No prize money. You got to put up $20,000. I got to put up $20,000. And the reason this is I call it an appearance bond. If he doesn't show up, I get the 20 grand. If I don't show up, he gets the 20 grand. You forfeit it. That way, this is the Watch Her Crazy rule from when she didn't show up in Las Vegas. She said, I told her where I was going to be. She wanted to know. She didn't show up. So if one of his kids gets hit by a truck and he can't show up, I get 20 grand. I mean, that's just, it's,
no matter what.
You get an injury. You got to fight with the injury. You got to box with the injury. So how about that? We do it that way. See, but Eric Foss, I've never really heard this.
He ain't got $20.
Right. So, but here's the thing. So there was never a prize. So with Eric's, I guess, goofy, and I'm assuming because I haven't heard this, but with his goofy imagination, He thought that was a prize and he can make a quick 20 grand. And I'm like, no. The goal was to prove that there's money there, and that, and I did.
You have money. You have finance.
That's right. And I showed the 20 grand cash. I showed it. So if Eric Foss is in jail, then what'll happen is, watch your crazy, I get that truck. So let's say, maybe you guys, you haters, you want to back Confluence because you think that I'm going to be in trouble. So if I don't show up, we could figure out something that I would have to give. I think just the fact that I would be willing to do this would be enough of an entry fee because they want to get me in person. Okay, we're ready.
I got you.
We're ready. We're ready to go.
What
So,
about, I know that it seems like Watcher's being like the Don King. She wants to promote all this stuff between you and him.
Yeah.
It would be great if you, like you said, if you guys talked and maybe he can call you on the air and you guys could, talk, because then I'd like to hear what he has to say about this challenge himself.
Well, here's the thing. I have tagged him. I have tagged him in this about this show being live. I've tagged Watcher Crazy. I tagged Leanne. But here's the thing that I mentioned at the top of this little rant. I've spoke to Eric Foss twice. I interviewed him on Angel Gotti. He never brought this up. Jim interviewed him on Jim Terry TV or one of the other shows, and I was sitting there, and he never brought this up. So I got about in the last less than a month, maybe less than 2 weeks, where I've been on a phone line with him or on a show with him for 20 minutes, and he never mentioned it.
Never brought it up.
Yeah. So Watcher Crazy keeps mentioning it, and I'm thinking about it. Well, I really don't want anything to do with Eric Foss. I'm not interested in him. Like, beating him up is not a joy to me. But I'd love to have that truck. So if I got to go through Eric Foss in a boxing match to take that truck away from her, now you're giving me a goal that I'm interested in.
Look, I know, I've never seen you, but the way you speak and everything, and I know you work out and you're in good health and you take you're proud of that and you take pride in it. And that's a good thing. I really, putting this guy in with you, even if he's stronger and bigger, he doesn't have the win the last with you. He would be done. He would be completely gassed out.
Well, how tall of a guy is he?
What's he, 6 foot maybe?
Okay, well,
at least close to 300 pounds. He's got to be. Those tits on him are like fucking double D's. Like fucking Bo Derek tits.
Yeah, perfect tens, right? But I look at it like this. I'm 6'1", 190, 195. I don't know what I would be in boxing shape. So I'm taller than him if he's 6 foot. And if I'm assuming he's probably 230, 240. There's no way he's 300 pounds. He's got to be a little more than that, bro.
Well, he's generous.
Okay, well, Watcher Crazy's 250 pounds, per the affidavit. So, it would be a catch weight thing. So he's got the advantage in weight. I got the advantage probably in reach and size. And I'm a little bit younger than him. Not that matters much. There's your gauntlet. There it is.
Yeah. No, listen, I think, Eric, if you want to be a man and speak for yourself, then you should grab the call, pick up the phone call, and, either accept or decline the challenge. I think you're being more than fair with your offers, and, you're ready to do this, obviously.
I'm ready to go with this. I'm ready to go with this. And, Watcher Crazy's writing checks, with her mouth, that the cliche is that her ass can't cash. And here's the bottom line.
Writing checks for him.
Writing checks for him. And like I said, I don't like Eric Foss, but like, do I hate Eric Foss? I don't dislike him to the extent of like fumble nuts, but like now you got me really interested.
Give it some time. You're going to start hating him more and more as you deal with him. Give it some time. You haven't known him as long as fumble nuts. And you really haven't, he hasn't really gone off like going at you or Jim, because he's scared to death of you guys, because he knows you guys will, like when you called it. Here's what's funny. When Jim called his ex-girlfriend and the girl said that he shit all over the house, right?
Yeah.
When he was confronted with that, they said, your ex-girlfriend says you shit all over her. He goes, she wasn't my girlfriend. I never went out with her. She only blew me 3 times. Like, in other words, if someone said to me, your ex-girlfriend said you shit all over the house, Rob, I'd say, first of all, I didn't shit on any house. Second of all, she was never my girlfriend. He didn't even deny the shitting on the house. He was more concerned about Jim calling her his girlfriend. And
I'm getting a call in here. I agree. I'm getting a call in from a 443 area code. It's a Maryland area code. Let me grab this.
Go ahead, answer it. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, you're live. We're live here on XPoseU. Is this Eric? Are you there? Hello? Did we lose you? I think we lost him. Hold on. Let's call back the number that called me. It's let me give me 1 second here. I tried to switch over and I didn't get him in time. Sorry about that, Stone Sailor. Give me 1 second. I'm going to call back the number that called me. Okay, Eric's trying to call in. Okay, good. Well, that didn't take long. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe he's not interested. Maybe he was goofing around. Let's see. Okay, he's calling. I'm trying to call him. He's trying to call me. Okay, give me 1 second here. Fuck. Slow ass phone. Hold on. We're getting there. Hold on 1 second. It's my phone that's slow. Let me call you. Let me give me 1 second. Let me call you. The 443 area code. Let me call you back. Let me get rid of some of these things. Let me drop all this stuff down. Hey, Trucker Girl, thank you. Give me 1 second. Let's see if this works this time. Okay. Are you there?
Off the other line. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's off. So, I mean, I keep hearing about this from Watcher Crazy. You and I have spoke, Eric, twice. I've never heard this from you.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'll explain it to you. Here, I'll explain it to you.
Good.
The $20,000 thing that you said was fumble nuts or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that you were saying put that money in escrow as a bet.
Nope.
Okay?
It was to prove to them that they said, I don't have any money. I'm broke. And I said, how about this as an appearance fee? Let's see. You put up 20 grand. I put it. It's not a bet. And what happens is if one person doesn't show up because Watcher Crazy's a no-show and a coward, she didn't show up to Vegas, what will happen is this. The other person gets it. So she started talking about you, and I'm thinking about it. Well, I've talked to Eric. This is Eric Foss on the phone. We're live on XPoseU here. And you know what? I've talked to you on Angel Gaudi's. We had an interview. I thought it was a pretty good interview.
If it was a bet, listen, if it's a bet and you want to make a bet, then let's do it. You know
okay,
what I'm saying?
so here's
for free is not like
here's the bet. Watcher Crazy is asking this for you. Here's what I want. I want her truck.
I already heard something about the truck.
Yeah, I want her truck.
What do I get? What do I get?
Well, you got to ask that. Watcher Crazy's Don King. What is she giving you? I don't know. My effort in my here's
I had somebody to put up the money for me, and you know what I mean. If you, that's what Jim read it wrong. I said, yeah, whatever bet you wanted, it wouldn't have to be 20 grand.
Well, I think you're going to need the 20 grand with your jail situation that's coming up more so than me.
I wouldn't talk about that either with that guy. I'm just going to fill you in on that, and that's not nothing towards you, and I don't want you in the mix of it. But
it has nothing to do with me. I don't even know anything about it other than the video that I saw. But here's the thing. Well, you probably need the 20 grand more than I do, and you don't want to bet 20 grand. Let's put it on Watcher Crazy.
I'll take 5 grand.
Okay. So Watcher Crazy, 5 grand's worth less than her truck. This is what my offer is. I accept. I'm telling you, I accept. If I last one round with you, and I'd be happy to pay your way out here, she has to give me her truck.
I heard that too.
That's right. She has to give me her truck.
It would have to be, first off, it would have to be 10-ounce gloves.
Okay.
Not 14-ounce. And 3 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean?
If you think you can go that long.
Fight, not about somebody running for a round or nothing like that. Win or lose. Winner take all, whatever bet.
Well, here's the thing. There's me showing up and taking a mask off is
mean nothing to me.
That you know what? And me boxing you doesn't mean anything to me.
Mean nothing to you.
That's right. And here's what means something to me.
There's no money involved.
Well, this is Watcher Crazy asking for it. It seems like not you. I'm okay with this. I accept this, but I want Watcher Crazy's truck. And then she could put up the 5 grand if I don't last 3. I mean, we could figure something out. I'm opening to figuring it out. But why should I have to pay an entry fee when I have the most to lose? Here's the thing, dude.
I never said it was an entry fee. I thought that it was a bet when you were talking.
No, it was never was. So here's the thing, dude. You've been talking to Watcher Crazy, and and she's
not
been.
The one who told me though. I heard it. I heard you talking.
Yeah, but you heard it out of context. So basically, you won't do this, is what you're saying.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it 100%.
Okay, so we just got to figure out what the prize is for you.
Yeah, I want to bet.
Okay, so since what I think what should be done is, it's real simple. If I don't last around with you,
Well, what do you mean last around? It's a fight. Listen, that's nothing. Anybody can run. Listen, anybody can run.
part of an athlete. Who said I'm going to be running? We'll see if you got the wind.
Ooh.
Who says I'm going to be running? You don't know which way I'm coming from. Here's the thing. I don't get anything. How about this? You get her truck or I get her truck.
You're missing my point, though. See, you're missing my point. What I was saying was this. You keep saying you're not getting anything. I was saying we make a bet. You know what I mean? Whether it be $5,000, whatever. And if you win, you walk away with it. So how's that not getting anything?
Yeah, right. She should put it up. She's the one who wants it. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Sure, I'll be there. But here's the thing, dude. If you're in jail or you get put away or whatever happens, you can't make it, I get her truck. I get her truck.
Something else.
No, I don't want money. I want to take that truck away from her.
I want to talk about something else real quick. Okay. Why? I got a couple questions.
Sure, I'll answer whatever you want if I can.
Why the fuck did Angel take out that fucking content or whatever where me and you were talking about jail?
I don't know. I thought it was a good interview, and what happened was she took it down because I think she has some high and mighty standing that if she takes out bad content with people, the people aren't going to come after her. It's just my point of view. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but I look at it like this. I thought it was a fair interview. Nobody was being disrespectful.
Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty good.
You gave out a lot of interesting information. I asked her for the content, not to make fun of you or this or that, just to play.
Yeah, I already know that.
And Tony Silo's like, you're not going to give that to him, are you? And I'm like, what the? So I looked at it like my time is being wasted over there. That was strike one. Strike two was that. Strike one is how she treated me 3 months ago. And strike three was her taking me down in front of that Real Deal guy who's an 80-year-old man. I mean, you're what, 49, 50? Okay.
Right.
And, and I'm willing to box you. What would I do to an 80-year-old man? He wants to. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So,
let me ask you this. That was strike three, but I seen strike three ahead of time, and this is just between you and I. I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this.
Okay.
But, okay. Y'all were doing Crab Lakes Friday, right? And on your OTT or whatever, and you produce all that, correct?
The OTT, yes. Yeah, I was sitting there. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking from the outside looking in now. I'm saying by you producing that, and I've watched the show before, you actually have time. Your time slots are kind of like set up. Jim's going to talk shit about this person this long, and then you're going to go into Gays on Patrol, then you're going to go into this. So you sit down and you plan all that out during the day, correct?
Sometimes Jim's shows I don't plan out. My shows I do. So I don't really know what's going on with Jim's shows. So Jim actually now has 3 shows if you want to count the Night Owl Network, Jim Terry TV, and Crab Lakes Friday. Sometimes Jim say we're going to do Gays on Patrol, but I have nothing written down for Jim.
Okay, so now hang on for a second. But you're going to remember this.
Okay.
The last time, I think the last time you guys were doing it, I was actually watching your show or listening to it. You know what I mean? I'm laying down listening to it. And all of a sudden, she gets mad because Angela said something about her, which they've been doing this arguing back and forth every day, right?
And who is she? Angel Gotti?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Angel comes over there and announces it while you guys are having your show. I'm going to go live and this and that. And it's like drawing people over there. And it's kind of like made y'all shut down your show. And I'm like, that was disrespectful. Yeah.
I mean,
do you agree with that? And here's another thing, even to your audience, because how does she know, or how does that look for your actual audience watching you when all of a sudden this woman comes over and let's just say they watch your content. They don't watch all the beef and shit. They don't watch all that shit.
I understand what you're saying. I don't tell Jim what to do. He doesn't tell me what to do. Jim's welcome to go where he wants. Jim's very good at this. I'm not going to second guess how he does business or where he wants to go. But my attitude is along the lines of what you're saying. I believe that the OTT people are more important and the people that are over there than going on any public free YouTube channel. I've always said that.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, yeah, I agree to that. But I trust Jim and what his judgment is. And, sometimes if, the wind starts, twirling, I'm okay with that. But I could run a show by myself. I don't necessarily need Jim, but I would prefer to focus on the OTT because it's just a matter of time before Angel Gotti gives up or just doesn't want to do this anymore. I believe that. So
do you feel like this way? How do I say this? Do you feel like you're like underappreciated over there?
On Angel Gotti's show or by Jim Terry?
Yes.
Oh, on Angel Gotti's show? Absolutely. I mean, I don't want to trash the lady, but yeah, I come up there. I've told Jim before. I come up there. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Jason. I come up on panel. Nothing to me. I'll ask for the link 6 or 7 times. Nothing. Oh, we took down Mr. X by accident. They've taken me down more so than anybody after some old man threat.
Just like she put me up there by accident.
Right. She put you. Good point. She put you up there by accident. I don't hate the lady. I think she's a nice lady. I think she means well. She's got a lot of really good people over there. But I look at it like this, and Watch Her Crazy, I guess, was talking about this the other night. I want people around me that like me and believe in me. And if they don't believe in me, or they don't think that I'm not worthy or I'm not funny, which, by the way, I've said the same jokes Jim has said. She just apparently doesn't like me. In fact, I've said jokes to Jim.
Listen, 100%. I've noticed that Jim will say a joke. You'll say the exact same thing. She'll laugh when Jim says it,
and it's not about timing. Yeah, it's not about timing. It's not and there's stuff that I've said for Jim to say, and he says it, and she laughs at it. So there's something there. I don't know what the disconnect is, but here's the bottom line: that whole New Yorker, I'm tough, it's bullshit. Why would an 80-year-old?
Let me tell you where you're making a mistake though with that. You're saying something too broad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't act like that. You know.
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
What you're dealing with. You got to realize what you're dealing with.
An 80-year-old man on oxygen
that are chasing a name. They're chasing. They want to be fake mobster. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah, no, I understand. An 80-year-old man on oxygen, like real deal, is a tough guy. I mean, I'm 47. I'm at the end of probably any physical activity. A guy on a breathalyzer is going to challenge me. I mean, and then I sound like a jerk because I say, okay, I accept. By the way, no phone calls from Real Deal. I appreciate you calling, but no phone calls from Real Deal. So, I mean, I'm just good. I got other things to do. I don't need to spend time on Angel Gotti's. I wish her luck. I hope she does well, but I'm good.
That's the way I was looking at it. Like, you're going over there giving your time, and you give different content. You do switch it up a little bit.
We've talked. Yeah.
I don't think she likes that, or maybe she just don't like you, and her not liking you fucking doesn't let her realize it. Okay, just like this. For example, when you and I were talking and you were asking me the stuff about jail and stuff like that,
yeah,
that was going pretty well. Nobody was getting cussed down and stuff like that. I made one comment about the guy that keeps calling me a junkie, and he's got one leg because he shot dope in it.
Yeah, and I told Angel, I said, I think you were talking about, was it Chris Capella or one of these people? Arcello. I'm sorry, Chris Arcello, not Chris. I said, just edit that part out. I mean, that was a tiny section of it, or give it to me and I'll edit that out. I don't know anything about that guy's leg, but okay, I'll cut that out. No problem. I'll just give it to me.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. After I thought about everything, because I wasn't that drunk. Everybody thinks I was smash drunk. I wasn't that drunk. I had some drinks, but I actually thought like she might have cut that out there because you were actually asking real questions, and it was like actually shit that was interesting.
Because I wondered after watching the video, like, I've never been arrested. What happened to you? You were there for a couple weeks. I mean, that's all content that I think you could have had on your show, and I was okay with that. So, I mean, I wanted to hear what happened. Nobody ever. Watch Her Crazy wants to talk about me. Why isn't she asking you those questions? By the way, did Watch Her Crazy ever send you money when you were inside? Because she claims she has.
Well, yeah. When I was in jail in Florida, yeah.
How much money did she send you?
Not much.
Well, she don't have much. I mean, by the way, Watch Her Crazy.
She video visited me or whatever.
If this event is going to happen, Watch Her Crazy, you're going to have to prove that you don't have a lien on that truck, because per the Carfax, you got a lien on there. So you got to prove it's clean title. I'm not paying for that. So, okay, well, that's it. So it sounds like this. It sounds like you don't really have a problem with boxing me, but you want to win a prize by doing so. Does that sound correct?
Yeah. I thought it was a bet.
Yeah, you thought it was a bet. So basically, you're proving Watch Her Crazy wrong. It wasn't like, I hate Mr. X, I want to beat him up. I'll show. You thought you were going to get $20,000.
Well, not the $20,000. I heard the $20,000 mentioned or whatever. And if I had to use that much money, my person's going to back me up. But whatever the bet would be. Well,
here's the thing. This is going to sound like I'm making fun of you, this and that, but and I'm not. I'm just asking you. You had a public defender. Why didn't they? You didn't have the money for an attorney when you were inside, and all of a sudden you can get somebody back.
That's all. You want to get into something pretty good on that you'll learn something real quick.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe that's
let me explain something to you about attorneys and attorney fees. Okay, everything that I'm doing right now is called pre-trial. Okay, because we haven't had trial yet. Okay, you understand? Now that's where your money comes in. Now, when I was being extradited, I can't call nobody. Okay. But anyway, Aaron hired my attorney, which is Mark Zion. Okay. Mark Zion, Jason Silverstein. She hired my attorneys. So that still really has nothing to do with it. But when I get to where I'm going in Maryland, you still can't call nobody. You still can't do nothing. You're being extradited. You go in front of a commissioner. What they say is, do you want a public defender here for that? Yeah, sure, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So basically, what happens next, I don't think that I'm getting out. I've never gotten out on my own recognizance in my life. All right?
Okay.
Never. So when I get there, I'm like, okay, they're just going to detain me anyway. Because even last time when I got in trouble, I had to sit there for 4 months, and I had Mark Zion. You know what I mean?
Okay, I understand.
So basically, they wind up releasing me. So let me tell you right there, just them little appearances right now that's going on, and the little discovery stuff and all that's going on, has saved me about like 12 grand.
So
okay.
Let me ask you this, and I don't know the answer, and I'm not trying to blame you. By saying you need a public defender or going that route, but potentially you have the money or the backing for the money, isn't that some kind of fraud?
No, it's not no type of fraud.
I mean, if I have,
it's not no type of fraud.
If I have a bank account with a ton of money in it, but I say I need a public defender and I'm not, I mean, you're a real estate agent, you got to be earning something. Now all of a sudden you don't have the money, but you do have the money. I mean, you've stated under penalty of perjury that you don't have the money. I respect the game, but you know.
Perjury. Here's the thing. Like I said, I don't have the money. Somebody else is putting up the money. We'll be putting up the money.
Okay. So you don't have money. Okay.
So now when it gets down to the brass tacks, when it gets down to trial, okay?
Yeah.
When you have to go to trial, that's just one part of it. That's like, okay, say you hire an attorney and he says, okay, I'm going to charge you $15,000, Mr. X, for this case. But if it goes to trial, I'm charging you $20,000. All right?
Okay.
That $15,000, the $15,000 is all pretrial shit. The trial's only $5,000. So in other words, if you can get all the pretrial shit done for free, you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying.
Why would you pay $20,000 for an attorney when you could just wait up to the kind of the minute and then just waltz in there for $5,000? Do you understand?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense, and I know that you probably would know more about it than me, but it does lean towards and we got people that are attorneys in the our chat here, and I don't know, I don't want to discount you, but it's just something. I understand the game, but it's like very convenient. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a game, though. It's not a game, though. It's not fraud. You understand what I'm saying? It's if somebody wants to swoop in at the last minute and give me money for an attorney, whose business is that?
It's not anybody's business. So I get you.
Right.
I understand. All right, let me one last thing before I let you go, because I want to wrap this up. I haven't even eaten Thanksgiving dinner yet. Is this for a long time? For a long time, you have called me a pink Power Ranger. Are you colorblind? You understand that the colors I use are violet and purple.
Yeah, it's magenta.
It's like a magenta. You understand? I've never put on.
It's still gay.
Well, Mr. X comes out in purple and smoke and all. Why is purple gay? It's not pink.
Well, I'm a Ravens fan, so I'm not going to call the purple gay. You wear purple?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see the Mr. XPoseU, and no, the lighting is purple. I'm wearing black. I've never worn pink or magenta. The lighting.
Well, you wore a toe ring.
Well, it was a regular ring that I put on backwards to mimic Betty Hayward. I'll show the photo to you.
What do you mean a ring?
Like
a ring for your finger?
Yeah, a ring. I actually found it on the ground when I was taking a walk towards the beach one time, and what I did was I put it on my toe because it's actually the size of a ring. Because where the fuck am I gonna get a toe ring? I don't wear jewelry.
Well, that's the question. So you're saying just conveniently the day that you take that picture, you find a toe
ring?
Well,
no. I've had the toe ring, or whatever you want to call it, the ring. Here's the photo you're talking about right there. You could tell it's a ring. The ring is turned backward. No, I've had it for a couple years. And it just sits there. I don't know if it has any value. It's actually got a little red stone on it. So I turned it backwards, and then I put a hair tie because my hair is a bit longer. And I
didn't know about the hair tie. Now you get real gay.
Well, I mean,
don't turn into a bad homosexual.
You got to look at it like this.
What does he talk about? A bad homosexual? I called him. I didn't call him that.
Well, you got to look at it like this. I look at it as a positive thing. If you're 47 and can grow hair down to your shoulders, that's actually pretty good. People like the mutant, like Kaylee. I mean, she's 27 and she's bald all over. So I don't know. I mean, I look at that as a good thing that I've restored. Watch her crazy. He uses Propecia and Rogaine. Yeah, I want to have my hair. Look at her hair. Look at her fucking hair. And let's be honest, Eric. I mean, you seem
Well,
to.
do you use Rogaine for real?
Of course I do. I've been using it for 10 years.
You got a full head of hair, though, right?
What's that?
You got a full head of hair.
I mean, I don't have the hair that I had at age 18, but I'd say I have about 85% of my hair.
You're going a little bit thin, probably in the middle.
Well, yeah, every guy at age 35 or 40 goes thin.
That's my shit. I've shaved my shit. 12 years ago because I can still grow hair, but it's like, it's thin and shit. I don't look bad with a bald head. You understand what I'm saying? So I just shaved my shit. I mean, I did go to Bosley, right? I did go to Bosley. I wound up getting indicted though, but I was going to get the hair transplants done or whatever.
Yeah.
That motherfuckers, this was back in 2018, excuse me. And fucking, but they're like a third party thing. They try to get me for like $18,000.
It's expensive, yeah. It's expensive. But I mean, I tell you this. I mean, when you shave your head, they call it giving up. It's kind of a joke. But I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with a shaved head. I think that could look cool too. Right. But it's like I like the longer hair because I could always cut it. I've had hair down to my shoulders and shaved it for one day on one movie because they want. So it's like I have the option. And a Western comes in, they need longer hair. I got the choice there. It's not like I'm Charlie Sending Love's husband and going out and drag and like Jayla Snow or whatever that person is. I have my hair long so I could do period stuff if that's necessary. I mean, I've always done that. I mean, I've done that for 20 years. And luckily at age...
What does the Rogaine do for you? Does it really help?
Rogaine, it will cover that back circle of your hair. If you're like the patch, like the yarmulke, it'll get that. But Propecia, which is the pill, and I'll be 100% honest, I take that too. You take that and that'll get some of the front hair. It saves you. Basically, if you've lost the hair, if it's skin, you probably can't get it back without a transplant. But if you have some, it can thicken it. It saves it. So that, I mean, and you know what? Watch Your Crazy's hair is real thin and frizzy. They have women's Rogaine. It would help her. But look at her teeth.
Her hair's not thin.
Oh, her teeth and her hair are horrible. Her eyes horrible. Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on.
I think if there was ever a boxing match between me and her and I hit her in that eye, it'd start spinning around like a slot machine and stop like a fucking...
Listen, what are you talking about? Boxing, Watch Her Crazy. You're crazy, man.
Well, that's not, that's a man. I mean, you're talking to a transgender.
Watch Her Crazy's a woman. She's a nice person.
She is, okay.
A nice person.
Yeah, ask her grandmother's baby mama if she's a nice person. I mean, have you heard the interviews, people moving away from her? Ask some of her ex-husbands. Well, ask some of the people Jim's had interviews with, which I'm sure will come out soon. She's a nice person. Everybody's getting away from her. Why don't you ask this? You talk about peak Power Rangers and that. Why didn't she have the courage to show up to Las Vegas?
What was she supposed to show up for?
She kept saying time, date, and place. And I said, okay, here's the flight number. Here's she wanted to have some kind of confrontation. I accepted that. And she no-showed. That's why I don't know why she wanted to show. She wanted to see me without a mask. I said, that way we could do this in an airport. There's no weapons. There's security around. I can't do anything to you. You can't do. Oh, be there.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why would she want to see you without a mask when there's pictures of you without a mask?
Well, you'd have to ask her that. She's the one who kept saying time, date, and place. So I gave her the flight number. I gave her the date. I gave her the time. I gave her everything. And she no-showed. So these are the questions you should be asking, not pink Power Rangers or this or that. You should be asking why Fumblenuts beat and choked his wife. Those are the questions you should be asking.
Well, why don't you ask Marky Mark all the paperwork I sent over on him with the fucking diagram of him beating women?
Here's how I look at it. Marky.
Why don't you ask Tony Silo about fighting Kimbo Slice?
Here's the question. Here's the answer to that. Tony Silo and Marky Mark have never tried to go after me or ever have an issue with me. If somebody's got an arrest and this and that, and I don't like drugs and all that kind of stuff. I don't like people. I don't like diddlers and all that. But if they're not judging me, I don't know anything about that Marky Mark guy. He's never judged me. Why? Now, if he all of a sudden said, I'm a criminal and a loser, I'd have to say, well, dude, come on. But he doesn't do that. Just like Watch Her Crazy was talking about parenting, and you look it up and her son's in fucking prison. So who is she? That's why I bring that stuff up. Not because I give a shit if anybody did any time.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it like this too. Her son's a grown man.
Well, he's a grown pussy. He's a grown pussy. I mean, you've been in prison. You tell me where your 250-pound, if you had a 250-pound fat mama, have to shoot somebody in the front yard because you were getting your ass whooped. I'd call that a coward.
You calling a coward? Watch her crazy?
Watch Her Crazy son. Imagine.
He was fighting and losing or something.
He was, and she shot. Imagine you being in a fight. Okay, I'm just saying as an example. And you can put me in the scenario. You can put Rainbow Melon. You're in a fight, and you're 250-pound. I'm not saying your mom's that weight. I don't know anything about your mom. Well, I do. I've seen I've seen her on the arrest stuff, so I do. So she comes out and she shoots somebody because you're getting your ass whipped in the front yard. That's losing any street cred or credibility that exists. I'm not saying that happened to you, but I'm just saying in the scenario, could you imagine if that happened to you? Who is she to talk about anybody?
Well, I agree with her with what she did. I mean, she's supposed to. I mean, she came out there. They had a gun. She had a gun. She shot. I mean, I would have came out and shot him too.
Why wasn't her son? Why wasn't her son doing that? Why does Fat Mama have to come out of the house? Big Mama house.
Maybe they caught him slipping outside. I'm not sure about that. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. I don't know the incident. Maybe they caught him slipping or whatever. But I mean, how can you knock her for coming out and putting a catfish on somebody?
Well, I'm not knocking her. I'm saying her son's a pussy. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I raised a man who's tough. Yeah, right. He was getting his ass whipped in her mother's front yard. She's a complete coward. She's a loser. And there's a reason that kid's fucked up. And that's going to come out soon. Anyways, that's it. I mean, so Eric, we got the answers. I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Tell Johnny them I never called them bad homosexuals.
Okay. It sounds like you're a guy. It sounds like you're an opportunist guy that's trying to make some money and this and that. And I can appreciate. You don't really want to fight me. You don't want to fight me. But I tell you what, dude.
I mean, what do you say? If I saw you in public, would I try to fight you? No.
I wouldn't either. So this sounds more like a watcher. I wouldn't fight anybody if I saw him in public unless they stepped to me. How much do you weigh?
Right now, 238.
Okay, and 238, and I am 195, and if I was in boxing shape, I'd be 185. Jim's coming up here too. Go ahead.
Foss, so here's what I'll do, because I'm sitting here listening to this. The game
just Jim.
Big winner. Here's what I'll do. If hopefully Foss can hear me.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it up so he can hear you a little better. Go ahead.
Because this is my fault. I didn't tell you about these text messages, and I didn't really understand it, and it was never a bet between you and Fumbleness. First of all, here's what I will do. I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine who lives about 90 minutes away from Watcher of Crazy. He owns a bunch of buy here, pay here car auto dealerships. He said if Watcher of Crazy will bring the car to his dealership in the next month, he will appraise the value of the vehicle, and I will put up the cash. You don't even have to worry about it. It's like the Karate Kid. I'm Miyagi. I'll back you, Mr. X, financially. But let me bring up a couple of things.
You're saying basically – so basically what you're saying is if Watcher Crazy $6,000, you will put up $6,000.
Listen, Foss has got other things going on with court cases and stuff. He probably doesn't have this kind of money. He's taking care of his mom. I can understand that. She puts up the truck for him. I'll back it in cash for whatever it's worth. And we can put it both in escrow. But that truck stays at the car dealership the week leading up to the fight until it's over with. I want to see you get that truck too. Because I'm going to drive it I'm going to drive it all the way to California and drive it right past the prisoner son's.
And here's the thing, Eric.
Hold on. Let me finish saying this.
Go ahead,
Jim. I just looked up a couple of things. First of all, here's why I don't think that this could happen. And I'm not trying to shit on your guys' parade. First of all, there is a very, very real possibility Eric Foss won't be a free man in 6 months. But let's say he gets past that, okay?
Right.
Number two, I don't think Eric Foss could pass a physical, and I don't think Eric Foss could pass a drug screening to have an amateur bout in the state of California. I'll listen off air, but I got your back financially. The one person I don't hear calling in is Watcher Crazy. Either that or if she doesn't want to put up the truck, Eric Foss has to fuck her.
Because I've been through this before. When I was 39.
Okay,
I was going to fight. I was going to fight down the arena. Shogun fights for John Rilo, right? But since my age, I was 39 years old. Basically, when you're 39, 40 years old, and we're past that, obviously,
yeah.
You got to take all these fucking stress tests, all kind of shit. And I do got a herniated disc in my neck. So that was the actual Maryland Athletic Commission I had to go in front of, and I can't get registered that way. That's for real sanctioned fights.
Yeah, this would be an amateur thing. How about what Jim said? As instead of the truck, let's say I survive out of one round, you got to fuck Watcher Crazy. I mean, you go in that pussy, you probably never come out. It's got to be disgusting and dry and sloppy. Maybe a few hairs on.
Listen, you're the one talking about it all the time. Okay, I'm not talking about watch or crazy and sex and stuff like that. I was just talking about what he said about a sanctioned fight. Now, maybe in West Virginia,
Jim brought that up.
In West Virginia, you could get sanctioned. They'll let anybody fight. They'll let people HIV positive fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why do I got to fly across the country? Why do I got to do that? I don't even like flying to Vegas.
I'm not saying to do it. I didn't say that. I was just talking about different areas. You know what I mean? There's different states with different rules. You know what I mean? But something, if me and you did something, it would be a non-sanctioned fight anyway.
That's right. Okay, well, the gauntlet has been laid down. I mean, you're out of it. I'm out of it. I got my backer. Let's see if your backer comes up, which would be Watch Her Crazy. She's the one who's talking about this, not me. So
okay, now listen. But here's the thing. If I win the fight, I walk away with that money, right?
Well, that's what we're going to figure out. I guess so. That's what, and I don't know what does a win mean. What does a win mean? We both last 3 rounds, and what's the ending of it? Nothing. I mean, like there's judges there. It's not sanctioned. How do you get?
We'd have to figure out some
how do you
judges?
Only thing I want is.
I think I get you, and then it has to be 3-minute rounds. But I think I get you out of there before the 3rd round. I think I have you. I think I have you done.
I don't know.
I don't know about the 1st round though, because it's boxing. But
I don't know. You better get on the fucking bike now, because you're going to be running. You're going to be huffing and puffing.
I've lost 30 pounds. I've lost 30 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, you can lose 30 pounds, but doesn't mean you're in the gym 4 to 5 times a week doing the shit I'm doing.
Here's the thing, but here's also for you. Have you ever laced up gloves? Have you ever put on equipment? Have you ever fought?
I fought people, but I don't think I put on gloves.
Have you ever put on boxing gloves, put on the headgear, whatever, and got in there and sparred? Have you ever done that?
No, you would have the advantage with me if you've done that. No, I have not.
Yeah. It's not you know what I mean, it's a little bit it gets squirrely. Boxing's a little bit now when you're talking about going 12 rounds and 10 rounds on, yeah, that's different. But boxing's a lot of technique and shit. A lot of work in the gloves.
Well, that's why I would want to have the time to be able to, 6 months to be able to. Like I've said it before, I don't have any experience in that. I played basketball in college. I don't have boxing experience, but I believe that with the proper amount of time and training.
What do you got going on with you about this? Okay. With this, they're saying you drive around with this toilet seat in your car. What the fuck is that about?
Okay, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I made a joke a long time ago when Los Angeles, before the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, it was real. Things were really fucked up here, even beforehand. Well, they still kind of are, but they would not allow you to use bathrooms when the bum thing was really bad. They wouldn't allow you to use bathrooms. And I had some early on, not years ago. It's not really that bad now, but I had some problems driving. And when I would drive, it would make my stomach hurt long distance. When I would drive and my stomach would start to hurt. So then I would get into a position like, and I don't know if you've ever been like this before, probably not in the state that you are in, but the state, California, sometimes there's nothing opened, or you go into a gas station, they won't let you use a bathroom. So I had a portable toilet, one of the ones with the water, in the trunk. I only ever used it one time when I did a full fire burn, which is I was nervous before I was going to set myself on fire. So that was the only time I ever used it, but it was a sense of comfort knowing that I had it. So then I actually bought some.
What did you use it for? That's what I don't understand. It's in your car and
it's not there anymore. Let's say you're driving, you're on the freeway, and your stomach starts rattling, and you can't get off. You can't get off the freeway, and there's no places to go to the bathroom. Okay, you could pop up a tent, and it's like a mental thing. You could pop up one of those little changing tents, put the portable toilet in it, and take a dump if your stomach was hurt. And then the pandemic, everything was closed down. So where are you going to go then? So I had it, and like I said, I only ever used it once, and it was for the fire burn because it's called stress colitis. Now, am I doing that now? No. I mean, things are open now. But so on a show, I started showing I got this kind of toilet.
That had nothing to do related to diverticulitis.
No, fuck, no. It was having to do with stress colitis because when I would drive, my stomach would hurt, and there was nothing that was open. So that's why I did it. And to this day, I have that little toilet out at my property, and I use it. I've never used it out there. It has running water and everything. It's probably better than Watch Your Crazy.
Mr. X, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead, Jim. What's up? Oh, sorry, I brought you. Go ahead, Jim.
Is Foss still on?
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. What's up?
Okay, so that brings up a very interesting point because in order to have a fight, especially if it's amateur, I think that means headgear. I'm reading all the rules because I don't know. Like Foss says, he's right. You do this fight somewhere like Kentucky. I mean, you could have HIV.
I thought amateur fight for 14-ounce gloves. That's why I brought that up, because that's what all.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me finish here. So if you do this fight somewhere in Kentucky or in West Virginia, then yeah, and West Virginia is not far from where Foss is. But here's the other thing. So in order to do it, you got to have judges, because then if nobody gets knocked down, there's not a knockout. It goes to. I would just say it's either a draw or it's a draw if nobody wins. But just in case, tell Foss that I have just procured 3 judges, and he knows these people. So here's the 3 judges: Texas Granny, Barbara Buffalo, and Johnny Yarbrough. Thank you very much. Thank you.
There you go. All right, Eric, let me let you go.
All right.
Get out of here.
All right.
There you go. There he is. So we had it out, and we talked there for 20 minutes or however long, 30 minutes. This way Angel Gotti can delete it. And you got it. You're asking for something, Texas Granny? You asked and you receive.
Yeah, get your black ass out of here.
Hey, not a bad first off show for Mr. X here. I mean, I wasn't even trying to do a show. We got Crab Legs Friday coming up here later. Over 100 people. Watcher Crazy exposed. Watcher Crazy, the gauntlet has been set down. You take that shitty truck of yours. Jim's got a place there. And the week of this fight, I really, I don't really have a problem with Eric Foss. I know a lot like Stone Sailor and people do. Like, I don't hate the guy. I don't like drug dealers, but I'll fight the guy in a boxing match to take her fucking car. I have my backer. Watcher Crazy. Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. Are you going to do it, or are you going to turn into a coward? And then I'll take that truck and I'll fucking crash it in a movie. All I got to do is just last around. That's my entry fee. My entry fee is my time and energy. But we know this is probably all joking around. This will probably never happen. Watcher Crazy's a coward. If Watcher Crazy was anything, she would have shown up to Las Vegas. She's a coward. She's a person that people don't respect. And Watcher Crazy, you say that about me, but it's funny. If I'm not respected, why am I talking to the Hollywood Reporter? Where's Michael Sacchio's interview in the Hollywood Reporter? I'm just saying. I mean, they actually asked to interview us. There's people online reviewing the film from England and Australia. The only time anybody reviews anything of yours is when you're getting fucking arrested. They're reviewing your court case and your criminal history. Remember, you need drugs, not me. By the way, take the Bengals over 10.5 in the first half line team total. I think that's a pretty solid lock. It's an underdog if Joe Burrow is indeed back. Eric, your Ravens do not look very good. They don't have the same pop that they've had in previous years. So we'll see what happens when they play the Steelers. A few more things. I'm saying hello to some people in the chat. Mr. X is the winner, I guess. Trucker Girl coming in, $50. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy early Friday. Thank you for that email, Trucker Girl. I'm very happy for you. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Also, I want to say thank you, Chris Capello. I said Capella. It's Capello. He came in $20 the other day. Thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of what we do here on all of our stuff. I don't know if this is going to be a long-term thing or if I'll do a lot of shows over here. I prefer this kind of stuff to be on the OTT, but I wanted to try it out. And for a show, Charlie sending love. Listen to this. For a show that's never existed before and never been out there, it's actually not, you can't get more than 10 people, and I had 100. I'm the boring one? Okay. Charlie, what's up with the Jayla Snow thing? I mean, come on. When are you going to talk about that? I just had a conversation not only with Stone Sailor, but with Eric Foss and got down in the middle of it. Got down to the bottom of it, maybe not the middle. That's what I do. Let me check the PayPal, see if anybody's coming in. Don't forget, don't let Jim go dry earlier tonight. I do got to get something to eat here. Today is the 27th, so the PayPal we're clear on. I am willing to answer any questions. Mr. X, you will run through Foss, says Coal Miner. I'll go through the chat, see what people are saying. This was great. Glad you came on, Mr. X. Mean Green. Mean Green, I joke around a lot. She's cooking. She's in there. Mean Green, don't take the vagina joke so harshly. It's not that big of a deal. Who is it? Who else did we got here? Barbara Buffalo says hello to Coal Miner. Barbara Buffalo, hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Hope your son's feeling better too. I always thought it was was Big Ups also. That is, I thought it was Big Ups who threw that in the trash can. Maybe I'm wrong. Rainbow Melon says, good to see you. Eric Murphy is here. Texas Granny. X, you ain't Thanksgiving. No, I'm supposed to go out to a restaurant. It's like $120 a person. And you meet up with a bunch of people. This is kind of the LA Thanksgiving. Yeah. And you kind of have a meal with a bunch of people. And that might make me 10 or 15 minutes late for Crab Legs Friday. But Jim knows that he's going to run that tonight. It's already all set up. Christine Ford, hey, happy Thanksgiving. There's Christine. Is that the real Christine? I don't know. Hopefully. She thinks I don't like her. That's not the case. But Johnny Yarbrough is here. Hey, what's up? Is that Marky Mark? Is that him? There he is. Coal Miner, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Christine, like I said, that is Marky Mark. Hey, what's up, Marky Mark? Yeah, I mean, I'll be 100% honest. Just to talk about this drug thing real quick. I don't like drugs. I don't like weed. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the way people act when they drink. I don't like alcohol, but I'm going to sound like that character, that Gail Benecker. Was it Gail? I can't remember his name. Maybe not Benecker, but that character in Breaking Bad, when they talk about meth. By the way, I don't agree with this. Meth is really bad. But as far as marijuana or alcohol, if you're a bartender or you're, a truck driver shipping it and this and that, hey, if it's going to exist and it's legal, you might as well make money off it. I don't got a problem with capitalism or people making money. My problem is I've seen a lot of good families wrecked because of drugs. I've seen a lot of good people wrecked because of drugs. I mean, I don't think Watcher Crazy's teeth just got chipped by that way. I mean, who knows how that got that way? Maybe she was chewing on glass. But there would only be two other ways. Either she just doesn't take care of herself and she's got a disgusting, stanky vagina, or she doesn't, she's been maybe doing drugs, or she bit into glass. It's one of the three. That's what I heard. But anyway, the point is, I just don't like it. I don't like the way it smells. I used to live with, when I first moved out to LA, with a handful of guys. This is when I really started hating it. When you move out to LA, things are expensive. It's like almost like a after college dorm where you got to kind of split to be able to survive. And what happens is these guys all had money for weed, but they didn't have any money for bills. And all the bills were in my name, even back then, because I have good credit. So what happens is it used to piss me off. It makes people lazy. But don't get me wrong. There are people who are successful. Look at Bill Maher. Look at Joe Rogan. You can smoke weed and be successful, but there's a lot of losers. Those same buddies of mine, by the way, that I moved out to LA with that smoked weed. This is before it was fully legal in LA. They just said it was cool and they liked doing it. They were getting it illegally. And then when there was a prescription, they would say, well, I got an ailment. It's funny. Everybody who was 28 years old had some kind of disability. And then when it came completely legal in California, those disabilities went away. Go figure. And they're much older now too. Fucking ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Rainbow Melon? Yeah, addicts suck. Just stay away from it. I want Foss to agree to go down on her if X wins. That would I think, Eric, that would be worse than jail. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might be. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And I appreciate you joining me on this little pop-up here. We're here in an hour. Who knows? And if this comes down from YouTube for whatever reason, we'll put it on XNN and we'll go from there. Maybe I should start doing the advertising like Lee Cole and get like a plaque or something like that. Fucking plaque. I agree, Texas Granny. Are you talking about Eric Foss? Eric Foss is a funny dude, but Eric Murphy is a funny dude too. I mean, it's funny to see people get busted. Look for it tonight, guys. We'll look for, what is it called? What it's called? It's called Crab Legs Friday, and that's tonight. Crab Legs Friday, 105. Leanne, I guarantee you the surprise is coming, and don't take it like it's a bad thing. Just know that it's the inevitable thing. You made some mistakes, and the surprise is coming. Crab Legs Friday tonight on the OTT. We're going to see you real soon. I'll be there too. Johnny, get ready. Start taking a shower now.